Well, Dave, we can see the frustration on your face. What are your initial reactions to that game?
It sounds daft, but the performance was on the whole really positive. We on the back of a late last minute Saturday disappointment, that definitely wasn't carried over into the performance this evening. Keepers made a couple of outstanding saves, really. One from Matt, a couple of others where we've got into good areas, and I thought the progress was really positive. And I've got nothing. We want to win, of course, but there's a number of characteristics in the performance that was really positive, and we challenged the players continuously to be better with the ball on the back of Saturday, and I think that was certainly evident this evening. Showed good composure. We got caught at set play, which is a really important part of the game. We're aware of that, so we're really disappointed with a defeat when we felt we definitely deserved at least a point, minimum a point.
Because as you say, results are everything, but given the state of play, you're only a few games into the job. Are you seeing the signs that your methods, your ideas are getting across to the players?
Yeah, I think we were really clear with our discussions as a group of staff and as a collective group with the players on what we wanted to try and be successful at. And there's huge amounts of actions and moments which contribute to the outcome of a game. The hardest thing in football is generally putting the ball in the back of the net. But there was many parts to be positive in the performance about. So while we're disappointed, we also have to say we've played a really good, well-organised, difficult team this evening, similar to Saturday. Grimsby, different in their approach, but two very well-organised teams, and we were very positive this evening. And so, from that respect, it's definitely not about my methods. It's generally about what we can do to try and help the players be successful. That's the job. So, disappointed clearly. Players are disappointed. Our job now is to pick ourselves up with a challenging game on Saturday.
Yeah, and with the games you've had so far, I mean, they're all challenging to a degree, but some teams have been discussed in the promotion picture. Have they been a useful kind of barometer for you?
Yeah, the only game I felt, I thought Grimsby were excellent Saturday. I thought Salford this evening were very good, but within that, our level of performance was very positive this evening. I'm not sure we've done insufficient to come away with the result tonight. Is my feeling. But that's football. That's why we love it. It's the managing your disappointments and your setbacks and trying to keep the players aware of. Listen, there's some really good pieces here, and the belief that results will come. And I think we were aware when the fixtures were announced that it was a really difficult start based around the teams who, on the outside, there was the expectations would be in the top 6, top 7 and pushing for that. We've probably played 3 or 4 of those in the start, but for Saturday, I think in spells, I think I feel as though we've been very positive. We've tried to dictate what the game needs to look like, but ultimately we've lost. So we'll look at it, we'll review it, we'll give some feedback in areas we can improve, and I suppose the last thing for me is just the supporters. They've been fantastic. Stuck with the players all the way through. I think they can see what the lads are trying to do and how we're trying to play, and they've been excellent. So I can't thank them enough for that.
And just finally, from me, it's this time of year. There's only a couple of weeks left in the window.
Yeah.
I'd be remiss not to ask.
Yeah.
You've brought some good players in already. We saw that in action with Matt and Michael and their chances. Any particular area you'd like to strengthen?
We're looking at a number of areas to strengthen. Yeah, absolutely, but it's not easy. We are the chairman, myself. We're speaking consistently and daily on what we're trying to do and how we're trying to support the players we've already got here in the profile that we're trying to bring in. And so yeah, we're active. We're definitely seeking some support for the group. good players. You know, there's a lot of competition out there, and we're in the hunt for them. But I can't say anything more than that at the minute.
Thanks, Dave. Could there be anyone in before the weekend?
I don't know. They're not straightforward situations to get a process through very, very quickly. So patience is important. What I have to say as well is, if we can deliver that level of performance consistently for a period of time, we're going to win more than we're going to lose. And you know, one or two would definitely support that. Kai Whitmore's had a little setback with a niggle with a calf that will put him out for 3 or 4 weeks, which is disappointing because he was performing really, really well. So yeah, we're looking. We're actively seeking some support to try and enhance and evolve what we've currently got.
No Liam Shepherd tonight, is that an injury?
No, I think what we've got to be conscious of is, because the squad is tight. We Scott, the sports scientist, is excellent in terms of trying to gauge and measure fatigue levels and risk of injury and red flags. Similarly, Tristan and Sheppy's probably over 4 years has had a couple of significant injuries, and we just need to make sure that we keep him fit, we keep him on the grass, and over time the process of trying to ensure that he's available for Saturday, Tuesday is really important. But we cannot break him on week 2. So that's the reason why Liam wasn't playing this evening. He's aware of that. We've obviously had conversations about that. But I would also say, you know, we've got to give credit to Lee Jenkins, Matt Baker, Habib this evening in the back line. Asked loads of questions with some tricky wide players. 2 centre forwards are a handful, and I thought, amongst others, I thought they were excellent. So yeah, we're disappointed. Liam will be fine, and but for Kai, I think Jed Garner will hopefully be back in the next 10 days as well. So we're not a million miles away. It's great to see Michael Spellman back today. I thought his energy and intent when he came on was really positive for us.
What's the issue with Jed?
Just had a little niggle with his knee, and again we just modified his training load over a couple of days. So we had a couple of days we didn't do anything. He was back training Tuesday, so he will be with us possibly for Saturday. We're really hopeful of that. Just adds for competition for places, you know.
Is this the most frustrated you've been tonight? Saturday would have hurt us being so late, but
yeah. I think I tried to be realistic, and I've just said it to the players there. The first thing I'll do is always look at myself. Are we trying to give as much information to support the players to perform? And then if the performance is right, the result will take care of itself. That's the first thing we'll do. And then the second thing is, you know, are we trying to play the way and the way the game should be played? I think we are. We're trying to play with the ball, and we're trying to be really aggressive and on the front foot, which is what I think reflects the club and what the club's about. My frustrations are just obviously not getting the result that we got, and I think part of the job for me is to manage my frustrations, but also temper them and understand why why the result went the way it did. So I'm definitely not frustrated with the players, 100%. You know, there's nothing really I can say other than on a different day I think the result looks a little bit different. Saturday, I'm not sure we could have said that Grimsby were better than us first half. You know, we had that conversation on Monday, but tonight I'm not sure I can sit here and say we were inferior. I thought we were definitely on par. So am I frustrated? I'm frustrated with the result. I'm definitely not frustrated with what the players are trying to deliver.
Shouldn't expect big changes for Saturday.
Let's see. You know, sometimes when you play and you win, right? It's maybe not as good as you thought, and sometimes when you get beat, it's never as bad as you felt. And so I think just being level and accepting that there'll always be areas we can improve. That's our job as coaches and staff and managers to think about. All right, how do we help the players improve certain areas of the game? But I don't think there's too much to be downbeat about, apart from the outcome of the game, which is ultimately what the game's about.
And then Coach Tom's just finally another big test, isn't it? So.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're bringing players down from the Championship to play in League Two, but we need the supporters to make this place bouncing on Saturday and be right behind us. We will absolutely be looking to be on the front foot, not sit back and allow them to dictate the game. That's something we've not really intended to do at any point. It's happened on the odd occasion, but we're aware of their threats, but we're going to focus on ourselves and what we can do to try and ensure we get a positive result on Saturday.